for an encore against Lamar?
Go back, look at the tape, see what we did well, try to do that again, see what we did poorly, try not to let that happen again, and just go from there. Like, I think it's just, if everyone runs to the ball like we did last game, I think we'll be just fine.
He's had, I think, 8 interceptions in his last 4 games. Are you guys seeing something new from him on tape or whatever? I'm not asking you to give any secrets away, but just is there something that stands out to you that you're seeing that might be the root cause of him uncharacteristically turning it over the way he has recently?
I think it's, just forcing him into situations where he has to drop back and throw the ball. I mean, he's electric with the ball in his hand. That's not hard to see. I think, winning on first and second down and getting to those, third and long situations. And I wouldn't say he's forcing the ball, but it's kind of like you want him to throw the ball into those tight windows and those situations. So I think it's just winning on first and second down and getting to, like, known passing situations.
What was the strategy against Mark Andrews, and why were you guys so effective?
Yeah, I mean, someone literally just told me today that all 4 of the turnovers came like on his targets. So I think it's just, like I said before the first week, knowing that he's the security blanket. That's where he wants to go with the ball between him and number 5, Brown. Those are his 2 biggest targets, and I think just knowing where he is at all times and knowing that he's trying to get him the ball and just making plays on the ball.
So you guys all had a piece of Mark Andrews,
Right. Yeah.
You ended up?
Right, yeah. So we just, wanted to run our system, our game plan, and it just so happened that, we all got a chance to make a play on the ball, and I'm glad we capitalized on the opportunity.
I mean, Andrews also caught that one deep ball and caught that touchdown on a kind of broken play. Like, is it different that Lamar goes to him so often? I mean, we saw it on the 2-point play against Pittsburgh, right, that he was going to go to him.
Right.
Is it weird that he goes to him, or different that he goes to him that much?
I think, all across the league, like the tight end position is like the quarterback's best friend. They're a big target, big catch radius. They can get mismatches a lot. So it's not, a complete surprise that that's his favorite target. But, I mean, you just got to understand that that's where he wants to go. That's where he's been going, and just play off of that.
Well, wouldn't you expect them to try something differently this time around offensively?
Last week looked a little different.
The 2 to the backs a lot.
Right. There were a lot of different personnel groupings. But I don't know what we're going to get. That's the mystery of playing a team, back to back like this. They can come out a completely different team. They can come out and try to ground and pound. They can come out try to throw the ball. Since he had a bad game, he might want to prove something. So we don't know. We just want to play our game plan and just, like I said, 11 guys running to the ball. I think we'll be all right.
Coming out of the bye week, how do you guys adjust and improve some things that you need to clean up, but also without over-adjusting? Because when you look at the big picture, the most important stats, points allowed, and you guys have been great, especially the last 6 games in that area. So how do you balance that, making adjustments and cleaning up versus trying to do too much that you maybe don't need to?
Right. I think, like you said, look at the big picture. You want to step back, look at 12 weeks as a whole, see what we've done really well, see what we haven't done really well. And it just it doesn't come down to just this one game. It's just, like I said, look at all 12 games and try to fix the things that we were lacking on. And really, in the last game, it came down to like a couple third and short situations. When we got them in third and longer situations, we did pretty well. So I think just winning on first and second down and just staying focused on just keep improving each week and not really, like you said, looking at the small picture, but just the big picture.
What do you think the reason is for the last 6 or 7 games, whatever, that you've done so well as a team holding opponents under 20 points?
I think it's just the continuity. We're understanding each other. Even like to the coordinator position, head coach position, I think we're kind of like we're growing together, we're gelling together, and we don't want to give up points. It's a pride thing. We want to go out there, put our best tape out there each and every week. It's coming to that point where it's do or die now. So it's really just like give it all you got, and I think that's really how it's keeping the point total down.
Was there like a game or a moment where you kind of looked at it and said, oh, okay, this is what it was supposed to look like all year long? Like you kind of figured it out?
I think we've been, it's like a roller coaster ride. We've flashed some great stuff on tape. We had games where teams just couldn't do anything. We had games where, we kind of just laid down and let 40-some points go on the board. So I think it's just been a roller coaster. Lately, it has been a little bit more consistency. I think, like I said, just the time of year and knowing what's at stake. So it's definitely making us play a little harder. And we just want to, like I said, keep putting our good tape out there every week and go from there.
Did Joe come back from the bye with any kind of new wrinkles or tweaks that you guys are going to use?
I wouldn't say that. It's just, I mean, maybe like one or two things just to, like you said, throw in a little wrinkle. We can't go in there with the same exact game plan. They obviously watch tape and are going to attack us in certain ways. So, but I think it's pretty much the same thing. Trust our identity and play fast, play physical, play together.
Obviously, JOK is talking over there. How important was he in stopping or slowing down Lamar and containing him like you guys did?
He was easily like the fastest guy on tape. Like he looks like a blur flying across the field, and to take away a electric player like Lamar, I mean, you need a guy like that just roaming sideline to sideline. So I'm glad he's on our side.
We see clips of him sometimes on social media or whatever. He's just shedding blockers, or guys just can't like squeeze between them, almost like a running back. What do you see when you kind of watch him do stuff like that?
I think it's first of all, it's a God-given, ability. He's blessed with speed, quickness, and stuff like that. But I think it's a mentality. Like he doesn't want to get blocked. He wants to make every single tackle out there, even when it seems like it's too far away from him. He's running all day long. So I think it's just a mentality of him wanting to be a great player.
And then obviously Denzel's having a great season. Greg on the other side too. Looked like he had a great game on Sunday night against the Ravens. How helpful is it when you have two corners, one on each side that can kind of be shut down at guys?
Oh, it's extremely helpful. No one's perfect, even on the back end, like at safety position, we mess up sometimes, everyone does. And just knowing that you got guys that can stick to receivers and do their job is huge for us. That it makes us play a lot more free.
That, it might have been obvious, but that was the most snaps where you had the big three safeties and JOK on the field together. And you saw the results. So is that the way Joe Woods drew it up? It was supposed to look like that and play like that?
I believe so. It's just, speed. All three safeties made big plays, got interceptions. That was an amazing feeling. Usually it's hard for two safeties to get interceptions. All three got interceptions, and like you said, JOK's run to the ball. So it's a good group to match up with pretty much any situation in the league. So I'm looking forward to it.
Where do you stand now? I mean, down to 5 games, 2 games behind Baltimore. What's the mentality of everybody?
Just one game season. It's like playoffs. I mean, literally we can't look forward. We can't look at the stuff that's happened in the past. We got to lock in on each day and like each week, each opponent each week, and 1 week at a time. And we'll see. We'll look up at the standings or whatever and see where we are.
Can you get there from here?
Can I do what?
Can you get there from here? Get to the finish line where you want to be?
We can't even look at the finish line right now. We got to look at what's in front of us.
So what did you see on your pick?
Yeah, I was just like the Band-Aid, honestly. It's a coverage where I'm just free, and I just seen a guy running down the middle of the field free, so I picked him up. And I tried not to panic. Ronnie had got the PI earlier in the game, and I was in like a trail position. I tried not to panic. I knew if I got my eyes back that they wouldn't throw a flag, and just the ball just kind of landed in my hands. I tried to play up and through his hands, but it kind of ended up landing in this area, so I caught it, squeezed it, and held on for dear life.